Hi guys, how you all doing? I'm back and I've got a little stack of Blu-rays here to talk to you about. Some really cool stuff that I've picked up over the past week, so let's jump straight into it. Now, the first thing I've got here to show you is this, the #1 Disney classic, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, made all the way back in 1937. It's about a woman that lives in the woods in a cottage with 7 other men. She gets roofied by a really ugly witch and then she gets kissed while she's unconscious. And this isn't one of my favourite Disney movies, but I can appreciate it for what it did for Disney. Like I said, this was the first one, and it's paved the way for the rest of Disney's success. We're still getting awesome movies from them today. Some really great animation on this, you know, especially on these older Disney films. The animation's flawless for its time. They always look really good on Blu-ray. And I'm not a fan of the live-action Disney movies, especially the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but it just shows that these stories transcend over time. So Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, respect it. The second Disney movie that I've got here is number 32 in the Disney classics, and that is The Lion King. A film where it's saying basically, if your uncle throws your dad off a mountain and then he gets trampled to death, it's alright because Hakuna Matata, you know? It means no worries. And another really cool slipcover on this, some really good artwork. This is one of my favourite Disney movies. Some really great voice acting from the likes of Jeremy Irons, James Earl Jones, aka Darth Vader, Whoopi Goldberg, some really good songs in this, and I think if Jon Favreau's Jungle Book does well, this is going to be the next live-action Disney movie we see, so Jungle Book. Those are the only 2 Disney classic movies that I've picked up, but I do own this one as well, just show it you quick. That's Big Hero 6, another really cool slipcover. Shiny, shiny. Really good movie, I love this. So that's my Disney movies out the way. Next one. Casino Royale with this HMV exclusive slipcover. I know Zavi do the steelbook of this, but I'm not going to buy the steelbooks when there's only a couple of the James Bond movies I like, so I just got the cool slipcover. This is Daniel Craig's best Bond film in my opinion. This is the one that introduced us to him as 007, and it was a far cry from the Pierce Brosnan movies. I remember the first time I watched this, that black and white scene at the start where he gains his 00 status. I was like, oh, this could be, holy fuck, you just killed that guy. I was like, yeah, this is going to be a good movie. After that, we got that amazing parkour scene, an incredible opening, some really great performances from Daniel Craig, Eva Green, I think. Eva Green, I'm going to call her Eva Green if it's not Eva Green, Vesper. Mads Mikkelsen, he was great as Le Chiffre. I've been in work, I'm tired, sorry. A really great villain in this, really memorable. He was what I like about this movie, it was really down to earth. It was James Bond, but it set in real life. There wasn't any crazy gadgets or ejector seats or anything like that. Just really good action movie, getting to what Bond really is, which is an assassin. Now, moving on to Daniel Craig's second best Bond movie, that's Skyfall. I picked up Spectre the other day, but I think this is his second one. I'm not too keen on Spectre. This is another great Bond movie. This is where we see Bond at his weakest. We see him going through all the trials, training again, and he's not up to scratch. We find out about M's past. We get an excellent villain from it. Javier Bardem. Sorry if I mispronounced his name. Judi Dench's last movie is Bond as M, and then we get Ralph Fiennes as M. Really good in this. And the last scene in this movie, that big action scene in James Bond old house, it just reminded me of Home Alone with a lot more blood and explosions. So, not the best Bond movie, but this is a really solid movie. It's a bit long, but an amazing soundtrack from Adele. Good movie. And the last thing I've picked up here, this is one of my childhood classics. I love this movie. Late 80s, but I grew up with it, and it's a most excellent movie. That's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the 25th anniversary edition. Really love this movie. I need to get my hands on Bogus Adventure now. This is my favourite of the 2. And if you've not seen this film, you need to check it out. It's about these 2... They're just 2 of the most stupid people, like teenagers that you'll ever see, but they're so likeable. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winters. I had to look at his name because I've only ever seen him in this and The Lost Boys. And they've got to do a history presentation, but they know nothing about history. So they get a time machine, they go back in history and they kidnap all these historical figures like Napoleon, Abraham Lincoln, what's that fuck? Sigmund Freud, Billy the Kid, just a load of great characters. And it's about him getting back to this I'm really tired, sorry, this history presentation. Some really cool Bodalicious features here. Some really cool stuff. It's even got the premiere episode of the animated series, which I haven't seen. I'll be really interested to see it. And they've been talking about a sequel for this for ages, but I think it's past its time. If anything, they're going to remake it. I don't know. Fucking Channing Tatum and Zac Efron. They'll probably remake it with them, and it'll be about something completely different. So, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I love this movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You need to see it. So that's basically all I picked up for you this week, guys. I've got Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Skyfall, Casino Royale with the really cool slipcover, Lion King, and Snow White. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Comment below on any movies that you've picked up lately. Actually, comment below and tell me your favourite Disney movie. I'd like to see what the overall majority is towards that. So thanks for watching again, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.